A recent national survey showed an increase in reported alcohol use, high-risk drinking behavior, and alcoholism for the entire U.S. population, but especially among women and older adults. The results of how and why may surprise you.
We've heard from so many of you, our Today's Health and Wellness podcast listeners, that you're having a difficult time leaving a rating and review for the podcast in iTunes. So here's an easy way to do it. Go to www.pleasereviewmypodcast.com/today's health for an easy step-by-step tutorial to follow. That's pleasereviewmypodcast.com/today's health. Now, reviewing and rating our podcast in iTunes helps us in so many ways, but most importantly, we get your feedback on what you like about the podcast. Thanks for being a listener and a subscriber and going to pleasereviewmypodcast.com/today's health.
Each year, a national survey on alcohol use is conducted to gauge alcohol-related behavior among Americans. This year, results showed an increase in reported alcohol use, high-risk drinking behavior, and alcoholism for the entire U.S. population, but especially among women and older adults.
David Stream, MD, medical doctor at the Alcohol and Drug Recovery Center at Cleveland Clinic, said the results are part of a trend that experts have been seeing over the course of the past 2 decades.
Women have been more susceptible to engaging in more binge drinking, more high-risk drinking, and we've seen higher rates of alcoholism in the women in the U.S. as well.
High-risk drinking is defined as 5 drinks a day for men and 4 drinks in a day for women. And couple that with the fact that women absorb alcohol more readily from the stomach, which is why the recommendation is lower for them. For many women, what seems like a harmless daily red wine can become an entryway into alcohol abuse.
The survey also shows that older Americans are engaging in high-risk drinking behaviors more than ever before. Dr. Stream said, as the country gets older, it's important to take a step back and look at how we're maintaining our health into our later years.
We're going to have a lot of older folks, and we want them as healthy as they can be, and engaging in high-risk drinking, heavy drinking, and alcoholic drinking throughout your adult life is not the way to have a healthy life as an older American.
Dr. Stream said it's possible for people to not know when their drinking has become a problem. If you or someone you know is having trouble controlling how much they drink, it's time to consider seeking the help of a professional for substance abuse treatment. We'll have a link to the complete results in our podcast show notes.
Thanks again for listening to this week's Today's Health and Wellness podcast, brought to you by Central Ohio Health and Wellness Magazine and Today's Health. If you have a health and wellness segment you would like us to cover, send us an email. Our contact information is in the show notes.
And if you'd like more information about sponsoring our podcast, like Ashley just mentioned, our contact information is in the podcast notes. We look forward to hearing from you.
Circle270media.com.